recording a new recording just instead of just doing, because I always do this one, which is good. I love it. Full of mistakes. Sounds like a bunch of bees coming to get me. Down by all my old thought systems. I must be getting fucking up in my shoes. I'm not even wearing my shoes. What the fuck? I used to think that I could stand up in this thing. Hold on a second. Oh, it's maybe. I don't know. I think maybe I'm so much lighter. My body isn't gravitized down to the earth as much. Maybe I have grew like a 10 millimeters. It's not really growing. It's decompression. Felt, even before I got good at guitar, even before I knew too much about this stuff, almost the same kind of thing where every time I said I love you, I didn't feel right. Like I felt fake. I couldn't figure out why. I thought I loved him, but it did not feel right when I said it. Kind of the same thing. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I sidetracked it with that talking the analogy about the other experience. And I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. Well, I've learned not to get too upset about that. It's just man, it wasn't supposed to be said, I guess. Or the other thing was supposed to be said. Oh, I almost got it back. Because it was about the love being fake. Because I'm not focusing on the right thing. I haven't found it in myself. So when I said it with words, it felt fake. Even when I thought it. Now, why was that analogy for what I was going to say? And I didn't forget about it. It almost came back to me. I had a glimpse of it in my mind coming in as a download. It was almost there. And it went away. Oh well. It was almost there because I gave up and started to just play, but whatever. Can't win long. I'm gonna listen back to it. I'm gonna hear what I was saying. I was like, oh yeah! Post a video real quick. This is what I was gonna say. I probably will do that. But I'll probably look at what I was gonna say. If I wait too long, wait a couple days, I'm like, nah, I don't want to post it anymore. My hands starting to get tired. I'm playing too heavy. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Ha! Yes, don't forget it. Alright. What are you taking a chance at? So, fuck, don't forget it now. It's about, yeah, you can't forget it now. Okay. So, I was saying about the love, being fake and all that stuff. It's kind of the same as I figured out that I always knew. I mean, looking at a lot of people's guitar faces, it just didn't seem real to me. Like, this didn't match. I wasn't feeling what they were. But I couldn't put my word to it. I think I wrote a post a long time ago saying, why is everyone faking shit? And I didn't really know. This was before I got into, I think, all this metaphysical kind of stuff. I just felt it. I was like, something's not right. This is not everybody, but I would just notice. It's like they're just. What happens is someone who's really connected happens to do these things. Be it anything, be it the faces, body movements, whatever. Someone who's really connected happens to do it, and then they get famous, or they are famous, and so people copy it. So they're all doing their little faces, doing their little things, and it's just like, oh. And they can play guitar now, but it's like pseudo fake. I don't know. Probably as if you look at it, they're being their true selves at the moment, learning what they need to learn, doing it the only way they know how, so they're really authentic, actually. But besides the point. That's what it was. And so, I get it. You gotta have the feeling in your bones, and people say that, and you just write it off as a cliche thing, but it's true. You gotta have the body resonance, you gotta have the frequency play, and assume there's some kind of magnetical, electrical frequency play with the earth and you, and your thoughts, and if you get it pointed right, it feels, it feels good. You got it to a point where it feels I can take it to orgasm if I knew what I was doing. Anyway, so the things you do when you're connected, you know, people might try to copy it, but to someone who's intuitive, even if they don't know it, something's off. They'll see it, something's off. I believe that if you stay in your own lane, make it big, but big being whatever they want to do in life. Because making it big could just mean living on the river, fishing every day, whatever. It could mean anything to you. Making it big, being famous or something, whatever. But if you stay in your own lane, you can make it big, whatever big is to you. Sometimes you have to not stay in your own lane to learn that you gotta stay in your own lane. So there's a purpose for that too. How's you gonna know that you gotta stay in your own lane if you never tried to test it? But if you notice everyone around you progressing and moving on and changing, and you're not, you might be not staying in your own lane. Or it could be a plethora, cornucopia of other things also, so not just that. I feel so good that I remembered what I was going to say. It just came right to me when I forgot about it and stopped caring. It clicked right in there. And that's a lesson in itself. I should probably spend some time focusing more on. It must be a near infinite way I can combine my fingers in this scale I'm doing. So I'm always trying to find different combinations, different orders of the same notes. I'm always trying to be random, what I would perceive to be random. Trying not to fall back into just going all the time, you know? Trying to use notes in the scale that are ways that I usually don't use it. I found if you get really good at doing this, you can actually make mistakes and just fix it instantly because you're so good at just making shit up, man. This is my guitar, and everyone has their guitar the way they play. I mean, you can go off on any kind and get infinitely better and better and better. No stop how good you can get at your style of guitar. No stop. So I play this kind of way, and it will change and morph. So I always keep this kind of random, just raw, just play, explode from any note into any scale, into any whatever, right? It's kind of what Hendrix made me want to play that way. Hendrix was connected a lot. You will hear people talk about him, how luminous he was when they meet him, and he used to put such light. He was connected a lot. Now, who cares if it was drugs or not? It doesn't matter. But he was connected. So part of the reason why I was drawn to him, I knew there was something about it, like something different about it. Now I was taking spice at the time, and weed, and cough syrup, and all kinds of stuff. Not at the same time. Most of the time. So I was in some pretty crazy states watching these Hendrix documentaries. But even when I was sober-ish, I could tell that he had something. But I think doing these certain drugs changed my brain in a way that was so rigid. I couldn't get my hands on mushrooms at the time. So I just kind of concocted my own shit. Now this is not what I didn't know this at the time. I was just trying to get high, get drunk. Because there was a certain feeling I was chasing. And you could get it, but it's a hard life, and you get down bad ruts of alcoholism and needing it to do what you gotta do, and it is the health stuff. And it's just, you can do it that way. I know, because I did it. I would take drugs, and then I would be playing like this back when I could barely do anything. Not barely do anything. I had skill, but I wasn't playing like this. But one night I was like, holy shit! I was like, holy shit! I think I was after doing a concert. I think don't do drugs, kids. Don't do it, because while it did get me where I wanted to go in mind, I could have probably took a better route. I'm sure. But then there's this belief that you always do exactly what you need to grow. So that's one other reason I say don't do drugs. Everyone's different. You try to copy someone else's template, it might not work for you. It might work for me. Let me tell you. Anyway, I would watch Hendrix documentaries on YouTube, just find the most obscure, grainy footage videos, man. I can't find anymore either. I had a video of him talking, sitting like in some closed-in space, not playing music, just sitting like closed-in talking with 2 or 3 other people, talking about low-key being the creator of reality, basically. And one guy was like, so he was trying to get Hendrix to talk about it, but Hendrix was like, just be cool or something like that. I can't find it anymore. And then there was another one I got of Hendrix talking about laying down in his bed. He was just trying to get deeper and deeper into this space to see how deep he could go. He would always go deeper and deeper, and I assume it's kind of meditative kind of thing. He would lay down and just lay flat. And I can't find that video either. And I found them on YouTube, I swear. They're probably still out there, I'm sure they are. I can't find it now. I had to find all these music videos and documentaries and live raw footage, and I would just be zonked out, practicing my guitar. It started with Bob Dylan, before Hendrix actually. I think the old grainy footage of Bob Dylan singing some of it when he had it, just that he was connected too, and obviously smoking. He was connected. He did the same thing I'm doing, smoke weed, and you get close to the template reality, and then you can harness that spark and let it come out through the sound waves of your voice and off your fingertips to the guitar, to the electric. I'm sure the electric guitar has something to do with it too. The electromagnetism, I'm sure, being all close to your heart and shit. I never thought about that before. I'm sure it mixes in there, and then people watch and they get something, but then they can't put their finger on it, and they just think it's rock and roll, and they go out and do their rock and roll, whatever. But no, they're feeling the connection that they're getting shared some kind of way. And I knew this. Jim Morrison knew this. He was a shaman. I forget where I was going with this. Oh, when I was just drugged out practicing guitar 15 hours a day, I would take Spice. Glad they stopped selling. I couldn't find it anymore. I'm so glad, because I was going on that. Let me tell you. Just getting out of the world. They didn't measure what they put in the shit. You never knew what you were gonna get. I swear it was salvia. I did my research years later with experiences I was having. I swear it was salvia and that shit sprayed with some kind of something. Friends giving me too much, taking me on. It all worked out. Anyway, I was doing Spice and watching fuck, what was I gonna say? No, not again. Watching Hendrix. Try to get it back this time. Anyway, those are times. I would practice 15 hours a day on Spice. What would happen? I swear it would happen. I'd just be zonked out in my own world. I'm not even describe it. Sometimes I would look like a Lego man, all blocky and shit. I heard that on a talk. I don't know if it's Terrence McKenna. I don't know what's when you're taxing your processor speed for your reality. When you're taxing it, and you're really pushing it. It starts to lose shape. They can't hold the form quite right. It doesn't hold the form, and that's one of the things that goes first. And I could see my guitar was misshaped. I had a regular guitar, and it looked like this. Not really, but that's to give you an idea. It was like, shit was around like a slight Picasso effect. On me, too. I remember sitting in my apartment thinking, well, this is what I look like now. But I kind of vaguely knew that other people probably wouldn't see me this way, but this is what my experience looks like. I didn't think it was going to revert. I didn't know. Some crazy shit. I think that was cough syrup, actually. I can't remember. I mixed them all up, man. I was drunk. And if I got drunk, I would do whatever I wanted to do. If I get to a certain point, whatever I wanted to do. And that was not good. Surprisingly, I didn't get into too much trouble with that. I did get into a little glad those days are behind me. But I would do whatever I want to do. So if I took a couple trips to 7-Eleven, had about 6 tall boys still reserves, boy, if I wanted to go back to 7-Eleven and have 6 more, I would. If I wanted to smoke 3 big bong rips of weed, then take a big hit of fucking spice, and then chug a thing of fucking... No, the cough syrup, you could only do so much. You do it, try it again, second time you throw up, you wouldn't have the experience, it'd be way less. You have to wait months and months and months. So that saved me on that one. But when it was time, I didn't give a shit if I was drunk. Do what the fuck ever. Friends got me in the shit. I'm sure I don't remember half of it. I finally look back at it now, but it was like a... But that was my transformative phases for learning. I hate to say it, man, I did a lot of guitar work and figuring out that the world is more than just what I thought it was. That was enough. The world is more than I think it is. Something's going on here. I remember one time I got so drunk that I cooked chicken, but I didn't really cook it. So I ate raw chicken. It was like still frozen, so I woke up in the morning. Anyway, I think I died that night. I think I died multiple times, but death is not what you think it is, by the way. And I woke up in the morning, everything was super beautiful, extra bright, like just vivid, like going from regular TV to super HD, 5006, whatever they do now. I don't even know. Fuck, I don't even know where it's at. And sounds were better. I felt just, and I think I died, and then that was the fresh start coming in again there, because I still wanted to have stuff to explore in this life. So just ate the whole chicken, man. Just raw. On drugs, alcohol. But it was a spiritual experience. Waking up in the morning, people talk about this experience where things just seem better. Like you just jumped to a different reality. You jumped to a different equality of timeline. But it didn't only lasted for about most of the day, and then settled back to normal, but I never forgot it. That was the chicken. What else happened? I remember staring in the mirror and seeing my face change to different kind of people, but it was the same face. That was freaking me out a little bit. And all in all, I kept my mind about me. And I already did enough research, which really wasn't a lot. I listened to a lot of Terrence McKenna. So I'd be like, hey, I know I'm on drugs. Now, this is just most likely, you have to get your beliefs right on this shit. Because if not, you will go off on a trip you do not want to take, let me tell you. Setting and beliefs and what your own belief fortitude is that you've concocted over your life is very important. But I didn't know that at the time. Listening to lots of Terrence McKenna high, closing my eyes, just listening to Terrence McKenna. Sometimes Grateful Dead would take me places too. Rarely though. I would listen to Grateful Dead and I would get this vamping feeling, like I was just vamping up and I can't even get the right word, but had spiritual experiences on Rocket League and alcohol, epiphanies. So it doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing. But those years now, part of it, man. Oof. Other time I think there's a lot of times I've been to dust when I was drunk and I crashed my motorcycle. Woke up in the parking lot with a cop over me, saying, do I know where I'm at? And I could see my bike next to me parked perfectly with 2 big ass bent rims. I'm like, ooh, I'm not sure he knew it was my bike. I'm not sure, it didn't seem like it. So I figured that. Like, I do not know where I'm at. Concerned, I think that's the fresh start for that one. Just like the chicken episode. I think I died there. And then there's times I think I died by taking some shit. Because I remember I had some vague remembrances of talking to somebody. Conversation, like, before I'm going back in again. You know what I mean? And And they can splice it so you do not know you die. You do not know. You will never know if you don't want to. If you still got shit to learn and you can't know that this shit is the shit, you will not come and watch this video. Let me tell you that. Oh, man. All the shit that I did to get to this point where I'm at now, alcohol-free, drug-free other than weed. Not that since I'm a firm believer about your beliefs, I never quite, I can see it both ways of me being an alcoholic and not, but I never went down the road. I never believed it. You know, most people would have said. Never believed it, because I knew by then I knew about beliefs. And I always wanted to prove it to myself. Anyway, here I am, all that shit. Some of the shit I can't remember now, but the more I talk about it, the more shit comes in my mind. I'm like, oh god. It's stemming all because I wanted to make a living, not doing just normal 9 to 5, I guess. I tried fighting, then went to music. The music blindsided me. Music brought me to drugs because I got into my mind of watching Hendrix and all these people in the 60s and 70s that something was about the drugs. There was something. Some people say no, some people say yeah. There's something, especially weed. Drugs in general, just shaking up your belief system, shaking up your reality, showing you a different side, and you could, depending on how dense you are, you can just say, you know, that was crazy, and then just go back to regular living, you know, because I was on drugs. It's like a permission slip to not believe otherwise. That is something even deeper than that, but yeah, that's what. So much alcohol. Styles, man. I must have the metabolism of the golden sun. I'm sure that's what it is. Oh man, the vodka days. Drinking Everclear. What? Just taking home bottles of that flavored vodka like it was beer. What? I forgot about those days. Then I moved to Still Reserve days. I was on the up and up, actually. Slowly getting out of it. People would still maybe think I was getting worse, but I don't think people knew about the vodka days. Yeah, who knows? Like I'm waking up in strangers' houses because that's where the party went. Just like, well, you know, but everyone in this environment is kind of the same club. We're all like things attract like things, you know. So we're all having our issues, doing our things. So no one cares, you know. We're like, oh, yeah, here I am. So we just go back and get ready for work. Oh man. Anyway, that's how I started playing guitar. Not with the drug stuff. I got enough practice under me. I could do chords and bar chords and play melody and do a little soloing. I was, you know, not really good, but at all. But I got people will be like, you can play guitar. Yeah, you know, you're good, but I was not good at all. And then the drugs and stuff came after that. I got my own apartment. Love that little apartment. So many mistakes. But all that was meant to happen exactly the way it meant to happen. I have to believe it because here the fuck I am. With higher knowledge, a completely different view on what reality is. And I'm seeing the net benefit from it. I'm seeing what changes. You can't get me down now. Once you prove it to yourself, that's what everyone's trying to do. That's why people follow guru after guru, go out to listen to this TED talk, listen to this person talk, trying to get it, prove it to themselves. But there's a certain thing, like Joseph Campbell says, there's a certain point where you got to do a certain part only on your own. No words, nobody's showing you. There's a certain part you have to do on your own. It is true. It's true. That's why people say talk is cheap. That's not why people say that, but that would be the reason for it. Talk is cheap. You gotta do something different part. You gotta do it on your own. You gotta figure out for yourself. That's all you can really say about it. Alright, fuck. This was just supposed to be a short. Like, under 3 minutes. Oh, here we go again. It's gonna be right on 3.